Welcome to the new episode of The Platform. I'm Warwick Cap, in case you've been living on Mars, and your beautiful sidekick, Togsy. And what about the Alexandr Misko? How'd you find him?
Wow.
Can't he play guitar?
Who?
Alexandr Misko.
Who's that?
He's a guitarist.
Ah.
He's exceptional talent like myself.
I thought we were having a guy called Alexandr Misko on the show
same
tonight.
thing. It's just both Russian names.
It's nice to get their names right.
I'll do the funny stuff, Andrew.
Will you?
Continue.
Yeah, so
Where'd
I found this
him?
on YouTube. I found it on Facebook. I found a link where he played a George Michael song, and it was just
Can't he carve it?
Unbelievable. And sent him a message on Facebook, and we had a chat with him in Russia, and here it is. Alexander, look, thank you so much for being on the platform, man. You're over in Russia, but welcome to Australia.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Welcome, Alex. Warwick Kappa and Togsy coming to you from the platform Australia, the land of kangaroos, white teeth, and opportunities.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I got to know you by a random post on someone's Facebook. They posted the video of you doing the George Michael song, and I clicked on it and watched it and was just amazed.
We loved it.
Amazed by your talent. Like, have you got some great feedback from that?
You've been.
Oh, yeah. Actually, it was like one of the biggest hits of mine on Facebook. It went surprisingly great, and it actually from my second album, so it was just like the first single of my album, and it was like it just blown up in the internet, and I was so happy because of this, and I got lots of opportunities in my career because of that video. So this opportunity to chat with you, for example, now. As a classical guitarist, I used to do nothing until I was 13. I was just playing video games. That's why I have this nice glass.
I love the finger style too. The finger style when I played football.
Oh, yeah.
They used to call me sticky fingers. Not stinky fingers, sticky fingers.
So,
yeah.
Alexander, did you only start when you were 13?
Yeah, I started when I was 13 because my parents... my parents decided to present me my first classical guitar on a New Year's Eve. Just, I don't know, maybe because I was interested in music by that time. I used to show some signs of that it's interesting for me. We used to have a piano, but I couldn't play it because it was too loud and nobody wanted to hear that. I used to listen to lots of American hip hop and rap, and I was really into it. I used to get all the biographies, all the lyrics of those artists, and I tried to analyze it. I tried to do the same, even though it could be offensive. I listened to lots of rap when I was like 6 years old or 7 years old, and I used to love such artists as Tupac, Eminem, Exhibit, Nas, yes, West Coast.
Bon Jovi.
Old school West Coast, yeah.
Old school.
You too.
Hey, Alexander, tell us about where you are in Russia. I think most Australians wouldn't know much about Russia other than Putin, and that you've had the World Cup soccer there. We know about Moscow, but whereabouts are you in Russia?
Well, actually, I live in a city called Krasnodar, and it's in Russian it sounds Krasnodar, but yeah, in English it's better to pronounce like Krasnodar. So there's nothing much interesting in this city. It's like 1 million people living here, but nothing interesting actually. And I guess the two of the most famous cities in Russia is St. Petersburg and Moscow, and maybe Sochi because of the Olympic Games. Yeah. But there are lots of stuff to see, and there are lots of musicians. There are lots of interesting things going on. Unfortunately, my genre of playing is not really in demand here because...
It will be after the platform, mate. It will be after our show. We'll take you to stardom, just like myself. I could be your manager. I'm only 20%. I'll send you an email and I can make you very famous like myself.
I found a great video of you, and I'm guessing you were quite a bit younger in your room when you did that Nirvana song, Smells Like Teen Spirit.
That was it.
Oh, yeah.
How old were you when you did that?
That was one of my first arrangements for guitar, because I started to play this style because of original music. I got to listen to many composers in this style of playing. I was so fascinated. I used to sit like 6 hours a day just to learn those songs. But then I saw that, it would be nice to play some famous songs that I love. And I just couldn't find any nice arrangement. I mean, that would be nice for my taste. So I decided to make my own arrangement of it, and I just uploaded it on the internet, and surprisingly it went great, even though the quality was really bad. I just love when people see some sense in my music, because I try to put my feelings in it, and when I see that people like reacting to this, I'm happy, because I'm a musician and that's my way to express myself.
Very
that's
good.
it.
How good is that kid? He makes Mark Knopfler look like an apprentice. He's a freak. I play drums and he plays drums on the guitar while he's playing guitar.
He reminds me of that movie,
Ripper.
Good Will Hunting, how the character can like understand mathematics easy when no one can. He just gets music.
He's been playing about 8 years, hasn't he?
Yeah, only 7 years. It's unbelievable. And it gets even better when we come back. You will not believe what he does to a Michael Jackson song. That is coming up on the platform.
That is unreal.
What you looking at? Who are you hiding from? You think you're looking good? Well, I disagree. Those shades so dark you can hardly see.
Welcome back to the platform. We're talking to Alexandr Misko on Skype in Russia. He's great, isn't he?
He's lovely.
And he's part two.
I like him a lot.
Let's talk about the Michael Jackson, Billie Jean one, because that was I read about you online, and it was saying that video went quite viral for you, wasn't it? Like, was Michael Jackson something fun to create?
Yeah, because actually there's a little story behind the idea of how I developed it, and for sure I haven't expected any kind of success again, because I never expect any kind of success. I just do my thing, and that's why I'm happy when something goes viral, and it seems that lots of people like the song. So yeah, the idea was that I searched in the internet for proper arrangements of this song, and I haven't found anything, because most of the people just were playing this song in standard tuning with a capo on the second fret. It means that this signature bass line, you remember, da 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 da, sounds really high, like this. It sounds recognizable for sure, but it doesn't sound like a bass guitar.
So how did you do it?
Yeah, the first idea was to down tune my two bass strings, like to E and to C. It's quite low. So yeah, and now I can play the bass part like this. Yeah, now it sounds better. Yeah. But it isn't everything, because if you listen to the song closely, you can hear that the drummer using his palm muting technique to play like this.
You remind me of myself. You're like a genius, man. Just like me. We're two geniuses. I was genius on the footy field, you're genius on the guitar, and I'm genius on the drums. And I had a #1 song in 1985, by the way, Alex. #1 song I had.
Yeah, so if I would hold my hand here, I couldn't do any stuff like percussion and melodies. So that's why I take this.
I saw that today.
It's a scrunchie. I mean, it's a hair tie.
Yeah.
Just a regular hair tie. And I put it like this. I do this nice knot here.
Wow.
Yeah, you can see it looks beautiful now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it has a signature sound, but I can do that with only one hand. It means that this hand is free for percussion, so I do stuff like this. And then I combine it.
That's sick. That's fully sick, Alex.
That's so good, man.
Pretty cool.
When you hear music, this is the thing I'm interested to know. Do you listen and somehow you can hear the different parts of the song? You hear the different pieces of it coming together? Is that something that comes natural to you in your mind? Because I think a lot of people couldn't do it.
No, I guess it doesn't take lots of talent. I don't believe in talent at all. I just believe in practice. So anybody can do that if he practices enough. But when you listen to lots of different music, like I prefer metal mostly, but I listen to different genres. And if you're a musician, you can't help but distinguishing these different instruments within the song. For sure, if you like set your brain to listen to drums, you can listen to drums. Like what drummer does in Billie Jean, for example. Okay, there's the shakers. At the same time, there goes this pop beat like boom, kits, boom, kits, yeah. And then it goes simultaneously with shakers, but there's also hi-hats. Okay, so now I can play it.
Understand?
Yeah, so that's what happens when I listen to drummer. Then I can listen to bassists. Then I can listen to vocalists, and it just becomes natural habit to listen to different parts of the songs, to different instruments.
He's a Mozart guitar, isn't he? Yeah. A bit Mozart the guitar.
So with a song like With or Without You from U2, which I mean I love U2 and I love the way you play that, and the video in the park is really cool too. When you watch U2 play that song live and you see Edge on the side of the stage starting the song off, and then it builds and builds, and you make it build with just the guitar. Was that a fun song to play?
Yeah, but I'm not a big fan of U2. And
Are you a fan of anyone? Are you a fan of anyone except me?
He loves metal music. That's what he said. He loves death metal.
I believe that a proper musician, a decent musician, should listen and be aware to lots of genres, and that's why I love lots of genres. Yes, I'm more into metal, but I really love underground hip hop. I love this classic songs from 80s. I love some future garage music, some rock music. So I try to listen to anything. Actually, I was really into minimalism and avant-garde music of 20th century and 19th century. So yeah, I try to get inspiration from different genres to combine it all together in my own music to make it unique.
Alexander, thank you so much for being on the show. We'll tell everybody about your website and your YouTube page and everything, and all the best with everything, and I hope you get to come to Australia sometime.
Fantastic, mate. I'll be the new manager. This is Warwick Capper and Togsy for the #1 show and #1 guitar player in the world, Alex Warwick Togsy, on the platform.
Thank you for being on the show, Alex.
See you, brother.
Thanks a lot, guys. It was a great pleasure.
Woo. See you, buddy. So there he is, Alexandr Misko on Skype from Russia. What a talent. And by the way, his original stuff is just as epic as the covers.
Wasn't he shit hot?
Unbelievable.
He's on the ear.
Yeah.
For a young kid.
I know.
And coming up next after the break, we've got the beautiful Rosie with Matt Goss from Bros. When will I be famous? I already am.
Hey guys, Togsy here from the platform. We have a great young team of people that put the show together every week, but we couldn't do it without our sponsors, and they are UltraTune. Sean and the team, thank you so much for backing us. Carlision, Huss and the guys, the best car repairs in Australia. RS Chase Lawyers for all your legal needs, and Property Direct AU. Sam and his team will look after you. Thanks guys for supporting the platform, and now back to the show. Welcome back to the show, and it's great to have Rosanna Faraci joining us again. How are you?
How are you, Rosemary?
I'm amazing. How are you two troublemakers going?
How are we looking? How are we looking?
Fresh.
Amazing.
Amazing.
How about the barrier beef?
So tell us what's going on with your show.
Well, as you know, I've been doing my own segment, Out and About, because I have so much content and I come across so many people. And I was fortunate enough to interview someone I grew up listening to, Matt Goss from Bros.
When will I be famous?
Exactly. They made that song about you.
Thank you. I finally got there 35 years ago too. I used to put that song when I was 16.
What was your favourite Bros song?
Ooh, probably, I like Cat Amongst the Pigeons.
Or Drop the Boy.
Drop the Boy's a good one.
That
Drop
was
the
a
Boys
good
are
one.
right.
Yes.
I like When Will I Be Famous.
They had some great hits.
But it's really funny because I remember buying his album, and when I went to Vegas to interview him, they put me in the front row and he was singing, and he started singing about my legs. Like, he definitely knows how to make me blush. And then I finally got to interview him, and he's very charming. And
well, I think there was a bit of chemistry there, and we're about to find out.
We
so let's
think
have a
you might have
look.
got the second base.
you started at such a young age. You were 17 years old and selling 17 million albums worldwide when you were doing Bros, so I guess it comes naturally to you. What were your best memories from that era?
I think Bros was something that is almost undescribable. It was called Bros Mania for a reason. That we really didn't go anywhere without creating absolute mayhem. And I think, thinking back on it, I think that's exactly how a band should be. I mean, Bros created absolute mania wherever we went, Australia included. In fact, Australia is some of the
You have to come back there.
craziest. I'd love to come back to Australia. I miss my Australian fans very, very much.
Yeah, you're unstoppable. Everything you touch turns to gold. You've also done your own autobiography, which was a bestseller, and a kid's book.
Yeah, that's one of the loves of my life. I lost my mother fairly recently. For me, it's 3 years ago, and I think that one of the things she made me promise was that I would release Bear Crimbo, and it's such a beautiful story and illustrated. I designed the characters myself, but it was illustrated by a wonderful artist called Melanie Florio, and just the illustrations alone took 1.5 years, because they're all oil paintings, which I have them here, and I feel like it's not about just diversifying; it's also about words. I love the use of words, and this story in particular is very, very inspired on loyalty and selflessness, and I feel like there's plenty of wacky characters out there, but this is a classic story designed for a mother or a father individually to read to their kids 7-10 days before Christmas. have a tradition. And
what I have read about you is you're one of LA's most eligible bachelors.
Yeah.
You were voted sexiest man alive. You're single. So what are the top 3 things you look for in a woman, for all the ladies listening out there?
I mean, I didn't write any of that. First of all,
he put in the votes himself.
I didn't mind. Yeah, I have like a very small family, so that doesn't even count either. But
Yeah.
I think I'm allergic to arrogance. I love humility. I love women that have a sense of vulnerability as well as strength. And I think strength is a very important ingredient in a relationship, because you need that for many, many things. Like, you know, the thought of having a partner that's strong, that encourages you, and vice versa. I want to lift my woman up to the heights that she can't even imagine. But I would also love to be able to absolutely collapse, being a strong man, collapse on her beautiful soft bosom.
Very transparent.
Plural.
I love your honesty.
And surrender, and have a woman that's strong enough to know that that's just a moment in time and I need that. So that's one thing. I think to all-encompassing description would be a very kind heart and a dirty mind. So I think I want
Okay, you heard it straight from the horse's mouth.
kind, beautiful woman with a dirty mind. My number is 318.
I don't even know what to say. Okay.
Instagram, Matt Goss. Twitter, Matt Goss. Yeah.
And
Do you have a dirty mind?
maybe.
There's no maybe.
I think there's a time and place.
Listen, I'm sure the fellas watching this want to know. You definitely have a kind heart, so the conversation's there. But do you have a dirty mind?
Maybe. Definitely at times, but it's about balance.
Yeah, it goes.
Now you've made me blush.
She expects a complete straight answer, but she's like,
No, of course. Like, there's a time and place.
Of course. When's the time and the place? I'm not letting this one go.
Yeah, you've got me there. Okay. Yeah, no, of course.
So for the viewers, the little veins come out there.
I'm just like, yeah.
Giveaway.
You did make me blush. I like that. Not many people make me blush, and you did make me blush at the show.
Good, I did.
Very flattering and good singer.
You did blush.
But yeah.
We can only come to Australia if you want to see us play. I can assure you, the 2 shows we just did at the O2 sold out 2 nights, 18,000 people each night. It was the most incredible weekend of shows. If you want us to come to Australia, just please let yourself be heard on our social media, and also then the way it works is promoters need to know that there's an audience there. Unfortunately, that's the way it works. And me and my brother don't want to bring a half-assed version of our show. We want to bring the full show to Australia. We don't want to do it any other way. And that's our right. We want to bring the full production to Australia.
Crazy. I think
Something happened there.
Chops on, mate. Chops on.
It's really funny. I'm really good at keeping a poker face, but I was lost for words.
Was it pants off Wednesday?
And, you know, when he said time and place, I was just like, I honestly didn't. And it was the one take.
Did you feel like saying right here, right now?
He is so
tickets?
charming, cheeky, witty.
Sexual.
He's naughty. But I'm not complaining. It made it a fun interview, and
we saw you bluffing.
I'm blushing now.
That's because you're next to me.
We did keep in contact, and I was in Vegas recently, but he was busy working, so I didn't get to catch
Rosie,
up.
you did a great job. Thank you for coming on the show once again.
My pleasure.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Make sure you check out our socials, theplatformtv.net, and see you next week. Thanks for watching.
See you next week.